Greetings, it's Vaygrim. Welcome to a Thursday episode of ForgeCraft 2. I actually wasn't sure if this was going to happen. When I first tried to step on earlier this morning, the server was down. But it looks like it was a simple crash. No big deal. I have installed... let's do that. I have installed Aqua Tweaks. A lot of people told me about Aqua Tweaks. Even Blue Sunrise, the author himself, came to me and said, you really should try Aqua Tweaks. And let's just step down into the water here real quick. I'll turn into squid form. First of all, yes, the water is a bit more clear. But other than that, I'm not seeing a huge difference, at least not from a water perspective. I mean, maybe looking in the windows is a bit clear, but I mean, if you look through, you'll see I still have that really horrible streaky texture on the inside. And here's another perfect example. I can see it right there. It does not, like around the edges here of the water, it does not really solve the problem that I want solved. This problem used to be a lot less severe in 1.5.2 and 1.6.4, or at least there were ways to alleviate it. Now, Aqua Tweaks does increase the clarity underwater a little bit, but there's actually a mod called ForgeCraft that does the same thing. I'm also not using multi-blocks down here, or Forge multi-blocks, FMPs or whatever. I'm not using those. So I don't really see the benefits of, like a fence post holding the thing up. And I could start making use of that, sure. But beyond that, you see this bottom is a perfect example of this whole streaky water pattern that is showing up when you have a block connecting to a water block. I don't see why we need this extra layer that represents the connection of water to a solid block. That's the part I want to get rid of. Clarity is a different issue. I could get a helmet with various enchantments and make my clarity basically way better than this, and I wouldn't even need the mod, Aqua Tweaks. And I'm not trying to knock Blue Sunrise's work, but I don't think he realizes what part of the problem I'm trying to alleviate. I want to get rid of, if I come down here, this part right here. Like, when I'm looking down, I don't see that right here. This glass is perfectly clear. And when I'm looking at the sides, it's the same thing, but like down here on the bottom, why doesn't it disappear? Because right now, all this is doing is this is solving the problem on the sides, but only on the side I'm looking at. The opposite side of the block, you see over here, it's not getting corrected. So it still looks horrible. Over here, if I look through the glass, I'm seeing that it's corrected right here, but it's not corrected on the glass on the other side of the building. I want this whole rendered thing where the water meets the actual block. I want that whole thing to be gone. That's my problem. And see, down here on the bottom, it's not even disappearing. It's not being solved down here. This is all source blocks. I do not see why I should actually have this issue. And like over here, it's not an issue on the side, but it's an issue right here. It looks horrible. So all across the bottom of this, it looks bad. So what ends up happening is I go inside, and that still looks just as greasy and kind of smeared. It's just brighter now because of Aqua Tweaks. So I do appreciate you guys giving me the tips. I do research this stuff. I really do. When you say something, I do go and test it. But this still looks bad to me. And see, I'm looking out at that, and it's still a streaky mess. I would love to have a way where I could get rid of this streakiness and just have it maybe shaded blue. That represents it being underwater, Now, with Aqua Tweaks installed, I get this weird thing where I can't see the surface. So under here, I have a whole bunch of squid floating. They could be underwater. Those things could be floating several feet above the water line? I have no clue of knowing. So it's just kind of strange. I specifically, let me go back down here. I specifically put this stair here so I could show you guys a better view. I really should have made these windows larger and had them come all the way down to the floor line, but you know what? Whatever. Anyway, so that's Aqua tweaks. I do have it installed. Let's come down through here. As you can probably see already, I've done some clearing out. I don't have a big inset thing in the floor. I have moved a couple of things up here. I need to actually swap out all of these torches for the little light bulb things because I hate the smoke that comes off these. I like the chisel torches. This is here temporarily until I can knock a wall out that direction and open up a really big space to put blood magic into it. But I don't know how I feel, by the way, about this floor transition right here. I don't know if this should be the floor block or that. Because that's visible on the outside, so I need to make sure that it's the same block as the outside. Should I have that the same as this? I don't know. Anyway, I'm tempted to actually just make this solid now because this is a mess. It looks horrible. There's no point having the glass here. At least on the sides, I can kind of look out and see. But down, I think I'm probably going to fill that in. Anyway, and see, this is just a massive mess. It looks horrible down here. I have moved the transmutation tablet. Yeah, transmutation tablet in here. Got my book. I've got my calcinator. My Aludel. The research station itself with my second book. It's just, storing parts and stuff like this. Over here, I'm not sure what I'm going to put. I would put some ForgeCraft stuff, but I'm not going to work on ForgeCraft on this server, not with the way they have research configured. No. Huh. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put around here on the rest of the sides. Not sure. Who knows? I'll look into that. But for right now, that is equivalent exchange. I could put this stuff over there. That might be a good thing. I'm going to blow a wall out that way. Just put a doorway. Right, I don't know if I want to do it 3x3 or if I just want to do a standard height doorway. I can, okay. You know what I'm going to do? You come here. I'll put you right there. I'm above. Can already tell. Yep, there's my nether portal down there somewhere. That is that's the back of the nether portal. Wow, okay. So this is a slightly different height than I thought it was. That is problematic. Okay. Whatever. That means that this is going to be going just below it. Wow, what to do? Let's look right here. Oh, okay. I know where this is. Hang on a sec. I got to get my hatchet. Let's do that. Yeah, there is parts of a mine shaft that back up to my base. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. I'm still having TPS problems on the server, and I tell you what, it literally just got restarted about 30 minutes before I started recording. So the fact that the world restarts and it already has TPS problems pretty much confirms for me that it's not a memory leak, because memory leaks tend to build up. And I haven't seen a memory leak that would build up that quick. squeak. Wow. Okay. That would build up that quick and not end up in a crash very soon after. So I'm going to put that there. I really hate that. What are you... Thought there was more distance between me and the gravel. Apparently not. Just going to put that there. Okay. This is all a dead end. Let's just get this and do that for now. Okay, so I do have a big contiguous chunk of space here. Doorway. I don't have to worry about this being... I don't think I have to worry about this being too close to the water. Let's look real quick. Exploratory mining. If I did a step down... I want to see if I can actually, because now that I actually have my exchanger, hello, Mr. Slime. I have a steady supply of slime balls thanks to the, oh gosh. The slime handle that I actually used for this. Yeah. Slimy tool rod. So it's got the slimy stat. This I think is not quite maximum experience, but it's getting there. I think Godlike is the top end skill level. Mining XP boosted, but it stopped at Cobalt. So I mean, what's past Cobalt? Pretty much nothing. Put one of those there. Do I have any more of those? I have one. Okay. I'm going to have to go make some more torches. That's shocking. So, okay. Now that I actually have my exchanger, my redstone exchanger, I can swap all these out for this block, and I don't have to worry about letting the ocean in. That gets a lot easier for me now. So that's not a problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 high. I could do a step down, do a little lip, maybe a rounded out staircase right there. Well, not round, but you know, like, never mind. I could bump this back that way. Probably 2 more. Because I know there's mountain that way. That's not that big a deal. If I... Ooh... This is where it starts getting dangerous. Okay, so this is going to work. We can use this larger space to actually start doing. That noise difference, so weird. That is the muffler that's on my actual nether portal. You can hear it down there. I need to move that nether portal. It's a pain in the butt right now because I keep getting zombie pigmen coming through. And I need to just put it in a room with a door, so lower down below the base so we don't have to listen to it. Option number 2 is I relocate it to the island up I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I have a book that goes to the nether. Technically, I don't even need a nether portal anymore. So, this is nice and wide. What I might do, though, is have... Let's go get some factory blocks real quick. I don't like having to have this ladder, but I cannot just whip together some elevators just yet, so... Actually, maybe I can. Well, I had to move the EE stuff first. Let's put those in there. I think I have a box for that somewhere. Put those in there. Is there space for you? Factory blocks. Oh, we got a nice chunk of those. Cool. Okay. I'm going to pull this out. Right here. And this really has been one of the more utilitarian... I don't know what I'm going to do with the space, by the way. I have no clue. This has been one of the more utilitarian and useful things that I've built on this server so far. I've been very happy to have it. Let's bump it up one. But what I would actually do... So this needs to go... Oh, is that copper? Oh, copper is actually very hard to find. Whoops, wrong thing. What am I? Okay, so at least 1 or 2 levels above that is sand. So that's gonna be stopping point. That's as high as we can go. Otherwise, we're gonna start letting in beach. So we do that. Then what we can actually do... And... I would change the floor to this stuff over here. And... this is absurd. Why am I doing this the hard way? Silly me. Okay. Much better. Let's do one of those. And one of those. Okay. Now, I'm not going to keep this archway, this tunnel. I would push this all the way back out to that wall, but it is doable. It's a large chunk of space. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. And, oh gosh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Technically 15 because I wouldn't count this little line right here. 15 by 9. I think we could actually get, what, one of the larger tiers of altar. It goes from a block of 1 to a 3 by 3 to what is it, a 7 by 7. I think we could get up to a tier 3 altar in here at least. We probably don't want to go much farther than that, but we could get it up to at least a tier 3. That might be enough to have a ritual of the feathered knife and a ritual of regeneration that we could turn on so it's not running constantly. That might be a good thing. Something to think about. Anyway, I'm going to explore that some more. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about the water thing. Standing in here, I kind of think this looks horrible. This streaky kind of dotty pattern that's just on the other side of the window. I really don't like this. And I want to get rid of that. That's the part that I actually want to get rid of. And unfortunately, Aqua Tweaks does not solve that. So, I'm not sure. Unless there's a config option for it that I'm missing. That is one thing I actually haven't checked. I haven't looked at the config file for Aqua Tweaks. But in its default configuration, this does not solve the problem that I want solved. So, yeah. Yes, it would be nice. I could use half slabs in my designs now. But if anybody shows up that doesn't have Aqua Tweaks, it's going to look horrible. And that is part of an actual kind of an aggravation for me. We'd have to get I want to get Aqua Tweaks put into the default pack so my base looks the same for everybody that it does for me. That's one of the reasons why I don't really like building with texture packs, because it looks fabulous in a texture pack, but then it looks horrible in the default textures. And, you know, that's something to think about. See, this window right here looks great, but when you look through to the other ones, they still look horrible. And even like just right here, looking through this corner, this square of glass, I want to get rid of this water effect. I don't see the point to it anymore. It just looks gross rendering wise. I get that I'm underwater. I don't need that to remind me. So I know that's a vanilla Minecraft thing. It's probably going to be hard to solve, but that's what I actually want corrected. Nothing else. I'm going to go back to doing some mining. I'm going to catch you guys later. We are slowly making progress on the server. Unfortunately, it looks like, as it stands right now, that the server might reset next week. Specifically because Minecon's this week. We're going to have to wait for everybody to get back from Minecon, give them about a week to recover. So probably not this coming weekend, but next weekend. There's a distinct possibility that we'll wrap up things on ForgeCraft 2 and then kind of wind down and reset the server, and there will be that same rush of interest again. We'll see, though. This is Vaygrim signing off. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode of ForgeCraft 2. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.